Have you ever stumbled upon a place that should not exist? A town lost to time, forgotten by the world, but not by the darkness that lurks within it. Tonight, we uncover the chilling story of Grayhill, a town that vanished without a trace, leaving behind only whispers and mystery. What if the stories you've heard about forgotten places are more than just myths? Join us as we venture into the unknown. And remember, once you find Grayhill, it might already be too late. Story begins. There are places on this earth that don't exist, at least not anymore. A town so forgotten, so lost that not a single map marks its name. A place that has vanished from history, yet still it waits. Meet Emma, a young journalist who stumbled upon something most would have dismissed as a myth. An obscure story about a town that disappeared. But why? Was it simply erased by time? Or was something far darker at play? Grayhill, the town that no one remembers. Emma had never heard of it until she found an old newspaper clipping buried in the library's archives. A town that vanished overnight without a trace. No one had lived there for decades, and yet here she was standing on its empty streets. At first glance, Grayhill appeared to be a town frozen in time. Decaying and abandoned buildings stood still as though waiting for something or someone. But there was something about it. It was cold and unnatural. The silence hung thick like a blanket, suffocating everything beneath it. That's when Emma heard it, a sound almost too soft to notice at first, a scraping, a chair dragging across the floor of a building where no one should be. She followed the sound, her heart racing, the hairs on the back of her neck standing up. The town, though abandoned, seemed alive, like something was watching her. Then she saw it. At the end of the street, a shadow, a tall, gaunt figure standing motionless, facing away from her. She couldn't distinguish its features, but it was unmistakably wrong. It didn't belong here. Emma ran, her feet pounding on the cold pavement, her breath ragged. But no matter how fast she ran, the figure kept pace. It was there, always just behind her. She could feel its presence closing in, the darkness swallowing everything around her. She turned a corner, and the world started to shift. The air grew thicker, a fog rolled in from nowhere, creeping across the streets, swallowing Grayhill whole. The figure was gone, but something else had taken its place. The town was disappearing, the signs, the buildings, even the roads were fading away, as if they were never there at all. Like a living thing, the fog was erasing Grayhill from existence. Emma realized the terrifying truth. Grayhill wasn't just forgotten, it was being removed from time itself, a place that no one could remember, a town whose secrets would never be told. By the time Emma left, the town was gone, the roads gone, the buildings vanished. It was as if it had never existed in the first place. And now, like everyone else, she was left with only memories of a place that the world had already forgotten. Some places should never be found, some towns never leave. And if you ever find Grayhill, remember one thing, it's already too late. What happened to Grayhill? Is it really gone? Or does it still linger, waiting for the next person to find it? Some towns are better left forgotten, and some stories should never be uncovered. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more chilling tales. But remember, sometimes the truth is better left undisturbed.